Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me this evening. Man, I grew this morning as a person. Um, Trying to get my cord so I can hook my phone up. I grew as a person this morning, and I tell you, God has a real sense of humor. Um, God has a real sense of humor. I went, you know, I told y'all I was hearing some noise um, when I was driving, and it was on the tire that is actually bad. So I thought the tire was coming apart, because I knew it was bad. And since I hear something hitting the body of the car as I'm driving, I'm thinking, damn, my tire is falling apart. So I found this used tire place today, and I went by there. Well, at first I passed it, and then when I found it, I get out the car, and he said, "You the guy I called about the 15?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Let me show you something." And I went back and looked at my tire and noticed that like a shoestring or some kind of string had got caught up in some of the wire that is exposed. So I said, "Well, I'll be damned. This is what was making the noise." And I'm thinking the tire is falling apart. And see, and let me tell you, if I didn't follow my intuition, told me to go to the tire shop anyway. I ain't have no money for no tire. And come to find out, I didn't need no money. I found out what was wrong because I stepped out on my faith. And see, and oh man, thank you, Lord. And see, this is happening to some of y'all. You think the worst is happening. And then when you really get down to the bottom of it, what you thought you needed, you didn't need at all. You still got some more time. But because you are conditioned to see the worst, to think the worst. See, we're conditioned to do that. And you have to work at breaking that habit, man. You have to work at it. And when you work at breaking that habit of thinking everything the worst first. See, that's what we think the worst first, and then be surprised when it's not as bad as we thought it was. You see, and that's how God will will, will, will show you that it ain't as bad as you think it is. And this is what's tripping a lot of us up. because we're making it worse than what it really is. What's going on, man? And then I mean, because I looked at the time, and the Lord said, you know what? You see, I told you, you don't know my ways. You still got a little bit more time. I'll let you know. But you're gonna come back, and when you come back for some, you're gonna come to this guy, and he gonna give you a deal. Okay? What's going on, Pablo? See, and I'm telling you, I'm guilty. Because I was thinking the worst. And see, and thank you, Lord. And you see, when you thinking the worst, no, I didn't need the tire. I found out what was making the noise. A string was caught, was making the noise hitting against the body. It was a string. And I'm thinking the tire fell apart. And the Lord said, man, pull that string out and go on, get down to it. Stop thinking the worst. This is exactly, listen. No. See, this what the lesson that I learned out of this was stop thinking the worst, man. Stop thinking the worst. Okay? And this is, and I ain't by myself. See, that's the that's the beauty of this. What I'm telling you, I know I ain't by myself. And I'm telling you, man, let go. When you let go, you start trusting God. Okay? When you let go and you start trusting God. And see, this is remember this, people. The biggest thing that you have to pay attention to when you trust in God is your intuition. Okay? When your intuition tell you to do something, you do that. And what you do might not be, the results might not be the way you see it in your head, but follow your intuition. My intuition told me this morning to go to that tire shop. Okay? Go to that tire shop. It's what's going on, David? It's what my intuition told me to do. And I followed my intuition. Now I'm thinking I'm going to get another tire. And God took me there to show me, you don't need another tire. Just follow me. Follow me. And see, when you follow your intuition, you following God. Let me say that again. See, when you following your intuition, you following God. Because I saw the string that was caught up in, that was making the noise of hitting the car. See, I saw, because, see, when I heard the noise hitting the body of the car, I'm thinking it's the tire. But it was something that was caught in the tire that was hitting up against the body. And so, and I said, okay, Lord, that goes to show me, man, if you show me this, and you done brought me this far, I got to keep riding with you. Okay? Because of a strain. Ain't that something? Because of a strain. Because of a strain. Because in my mind, I was seeing the worst. And see, that's what adversity will do to you sometimes. Man, it'll make you see the worst. It'll make you think the worst. And then you'll get in that thing and find out it ain't as bad as you thought it was. But that's what adversity is gonna come there to do for you. To make you think the worst is happening in your life. And see, and not only see, let me show you. Not only did I think my tire was going bad, okay, but then I get a message. You need to make some arrangement on your phone bill. Are we gonna turn this thing off? You know, and I'm like, what? So okay, let me make the arrangement. So now I don't have to worry about that. See, my phone's still on. Get me into August. And between now and August, shit, I could be a millionaire. You never know. between now and August, shit, I could be a millionaire. So I'm gonna take my chances, man. I'm gonna take my chances. Like I told people today, listen. I told people today. I used to. It used to bother me that people really didn't want to support me financially. Come up and ask me to do something, and then say thank you and walk away. And I thought, I used to think that was real rude of people to do that. And now, man, God blesses me every day. God's showing me that even when people come up, and I tell them, man, I'll play your national anthem for free. If you don't want to put no donation in the bucket, I'll play it for you for free. Because somebody going to bless me. Somebody going to bless me. Okay? Well, he going to self-destruct, man. I'm going to show y'all. He going to self-destruct. He going to self-destruct. Because he got too much jealousy and hate in his heart. And it has nothing to do with me. He's directing it toward me, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. And every day by 4:30, he out of there. He got to punch in somewhere. He got to punch in somewhere. Because every day, 4:30, he out of there, buddy. He out of there. He gone. He get on that bike, man. He gone. He got to punch in somewhere. He punching in somewhere. That's a fact. But see, people like that, man, you just let them self-destruct. You don't get caught up in their hatred. He used to irritate the hell out of me, but he don't irritate me no more. I let him talk because I realized, the hole he's digging for me. Who knows? Who knows, man? Everybody got something going on in their life. I don't care who you are. You got something going on in your life, man. Or in your children's life, or in your significant other life. Everybody got something going on. And different people handle pressure different ways. Some people can balance pressure. Some people can't. That's why you see folks snapping, going out killing up a whole bunch of folks. Because they can't handle the pressure that they're under. And see, the one thing that we don't teach our children is how to handle pressure. Most folk don't know how to handle pressure. You see, they just throw their hands up in frustration. But just, like I told the hotel manager this morning, I came in. He said, "Man, how you doing?" I said, "One day at a time, man." He said, "I know." He said, I know how it is, one day at a time." And that's how I deal with this. One day at a time. I don't be trying to look. I wish I could. I save so much money being able to book by the week, but I can't. So I take what I can get. Long as I ain't got to go out there and sleep in that car, man, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. And keep throwing my ideas on the wall. That's what I do. Keep throwing my ideas on the wall, seeing if I can get something to stick. And see, unlike y'all, I'll go back and the ones that's down at the bottom, I'll go back and pick them up again and throw them back at the wall again. See, can I make them stick? Okay? Somebody tell me maybe sleeping there a couple of days to save up. Why? What's going on, gamer? Why? No, man, I don't even want to. I save up. And you're miserable? You're nasty? You ain't presentable? Come on, man. Come on. Oh, he's English, man. That's that. He's from Ireland. He's from Ireland. He's from Ireland. That's how they talk in Ireland. See, that's another thing. Like I had this white girl. I had this white girl. Um, and when I was telling people, um, play national, um, I want to hear Americas. I said, everybody want to hear America. I said, put some money in the bucket. I ain't got no money. Well, you don't get no anthem then. The worst people in the world is Americans. They always want to hear their national anthem, but they don't never want to support you for playing it. Like you're supposed to play it for free because you're American. Man, get the fuck up out of here. You take that shitty attitude and go somewhere else. That's what you do. Just because you think you're, I said it's 195 countries in the world. And you act like America is by itself. Why don't you sit here and learn some of these national anthems? Listen to them for a change. No, I'm not gonna ban it. I'm showing. I play it every day. I'm American. I still play it, and rarely do I get an American come up and say, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate that." They act like you owe them something. I don't owe you shit. And then you always got your like oh white guy. Look, man, I had to jump little dick white boy from Texas. He looked like he could be Indian. I said, man, where you from? I'm from Texas. Born and raised in Texas. And that's what I want. I said, man, don't come here with that shitty attitude. I said, take that shitty attitude and go somewhere else. You coming up here about how American you are, motherfucker, you won't even give a donation to play the American national anthem. And you walking up here like you big shit. That's what I had to tell him. You barking up the right tree. So please spare me with this American bullshit. Because it's bullshit. The very ones talking that American and the ones sitting on the goddamn sidelines. I don't give a fuck if he didn't like it. I bet you he took his little ass on up out of the park. That's what he can do. And I'm on the speaker. So they called him out. No, no, no. I mean, and so, and like the little girl. So she's standing there. I said, going on, there's Secret Service standing over there. I said, go over there and ask them, do I play the American National Anthem? So she stood around and listened, and she was getting closer to them. So finally, I stopped. I said, hey, Filippo, tell her, do I play the national anthem? Yep, he sure do. He sure do. And she left. See, that's how you have to do people. They're always talking that American. See, the main ones talking that American bullshit is the same one that's trying to destroy the other wing. What eagle can fly with one wing? If we gonna soar as a nation, man, we gotta get some people to work together. That's the only way we can soar. Absolutely. I'm down there enough, my man. They know my name. Shit. Shit. They know my name. You damn right. You damn right. Man, listen to me. Listen, y'all. It ain't who you know. Hey, listen, a plane can fly with one wing. No shit. Flying to the ground. Yeah, it's going right into the ground. But see, you got the left wing trying to destroy the right wing, and the right wing trying to destroy the left wing. Man, we need some people that can work together. All right? They know everything, man. Ain't too much. Ain't too much. Ain't too much. You can't come and sit down in front of the White House and they not know who you are. That's why I know that um, it's some suspicion behind that cocaine deal. They know who brought that cocaine in there. They know. They know exactly who brought it in there. Trust me. They telling you they don't know, but they know exactly who brought that cocaine in there. They know exactly. And they give you just enough. And see, and I go to show you. Okay? That goes to show you. Drugs in the White House. Drugs in the White House. Can you imagine how much drugs is in the Capitol? Can you imagine how much drugs is in the Capitol? If you get a little cocaine bag in the White House, imagine, imagine, uh, imagine, imagine, uh, what's in the Capitol. I don't know whose dope it was, but I know they know whose it is because it's impossible. When I was on Periscope, man, I had this white guy would call me and leave me all kinds of messages about how he wished Biden would die and how he would sexually molest Kamala Harris. and I had just started going down to the White House. And I pulled up on my agent. I said, "Hey man," I said, "y'all need to listen to this." So they said, "Wait, we got some agents coming." See, it's not the police cars that gonna do the investigation. Okay, it's when you see them little black sedans. Okay, and they asked me, said, "Do you know this guy?" I said, "No, I don't know it. He just called me up and leave me all these points." And one time he called me, and his number, everything, man. I mean, he was leaving some graphic emails, and to this day, after I gave Secret Service that information, and and then he turned around and he used to try to block his numbers so fast, cause he was leaving me messages back to back, man, back to back. And one time he missed it, okay, and he left his number open. And I was going through my voicemail. I said, "Who the hell is this?" And listen to the voicemail. I said, "Oh shit, he done left his number." I gave it to Secret Service. I said, "This is the man that's been leaving all the messages. Right here, here's his number." And about 2 weeks after I had told Secret Service about this guy leaving me these voicemails, my daughter called me up and she said, "Daddy, what the hell are you into now?" And I said, "What you talking about, girl?" She said, "Secret Service just got off the phone with me. And they wanted to know, had you ever had any intentions to harm the president?" I said, "How come they didn't tell me? How come they asked me that question? They could have asked me." Okay, and I'm like, but I ain't heard from him since, man. And he even sent me, um, he even sent me pictures of his wife in lingerie. And that's how wild this dude was. He even sent me pictures of his wife in her lingerie. I said, "Man, you sick. You sick. That's sick. I ain't sending no man no pictures of my wife. You crazy. You crazy." You know? But that's the way they do it, man. That's the way they do it. But man, give yourself some credit. Give yourself stop trying to lean to your own understanding. And I found that, and I'm guilty of that, because there are times I lean to my understanding. And when I lean to my understanding, it don't work. I can't blame God because He tell me, "Don't lean to your own understanding. Lean not to your own understanding." And that's sometimes very hard for us not to do, because we gonna see things the way we see it, and that's what we expect. How we see it in our heads. See, and notice, you always want God to work it out the way you see it. You don't you struggle trying to let God work it out the way He see it. See, you lose your faith because God ain't working out it the way you see it. And that might not be the way that's beneficial to you. You know, that might not be beneficial to you the way you see it. He might not get the glory the way you see it. But when he's involved, you got to give him because you can't explain it. See, you can explain the way you see it. And that might not be God. But when you try to explain the way God did it, you lost for words. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start doing private tours. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start doing private tours only, so I can just get me a little small group once or twice a week. That's what I'm gonna do. My intuition. Matter of fact, this morning, uh, as many times as I done drove down this road, I never saw vans. But this morning, when I was going 10 miles an hour, I saw vans. I saw vans. And I was like, man, I ain't never seen them before. So I'm going in the hunt, I'm looking for me a van. Black. All my stuff gonna be black. Yeah. So, um, don't think the worst first. Give God a chance. And see, and oftentimes we ourselves count God out. Nothing is impossible to God. Nothing. Nothing is impossible. But a lot of things is. When you trying to do it, stop trying to see it your way. Stop trying to understand how God gonna do it. Because all that's gonna do is frustrate you. When you trying to understand how God gonna do it. Because you always gonna be trying to lead the way. God, I can accept it if it come like this. See that? And now you're putting limitations on God. Because he can only perform the way you see it. And that might not be his plan. That might not be how he can get his glory. By doing it the way you see it. Because 9 times out of 10, you gonna take some of that credit too. Because it happened the way you saw it. You see, so you'll take some credit. And after a while, you'll start easing God out. Because you're getting it the way you see it. It's coming to you. And one of the first people that's taken for granted is God. A lot of people take God for granted every day. Take it for granted every day. Just know He's gonna be there. You take that for granted. All right. So that's what I got out of it. Man, let go and let God. But follow your intuition. If you don't learn how to do nothing else, and sometimes your intuition is gonna tell you to do some crazy stuff that you can't explain. Don't worry about it. Do it. Follow your intuition. And see, well, true conductor, how do I know which voice is my intuition? Well, first of all, your intuition is what's going on, Tanya? Is very, when it talks to you, it's a very soft voice. Okay? When your intuition starts talking to you, it ain't going, hey, don't do that. Don't. It's going, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Go this way. That's your intuition. That's why it's overlooked, because it's so quiet. And you second guess it because you think it's a hunch. See, that's your intuition. And your intuition ain't gonna tell you to do nothing wrong. That ain't God. If your intuition is telling you to rob somebody, to steal somebody, to deceive somebody, to cheat somebody, that ain't God. God ain't gonna tell you to do that. And see, thank you, Lord. And when you got discipline, them kind of thoughts won't even come to you because they know they ain't gonna work. When you got some discipline. See, some thoughts don't even bother you. See, trying to hook up with somebody don't even bother because you got discipline. That thought wasting his time on you. Getting you chasing that thought wasting time. You got discipline. It's got to find something else to penetrate your discipline. That's why, man, you got to have a fortress around your weakness. Example, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. What I look like hanging out with another female, talking about that's my friend. What I look like putting myself in that position, and that something could happen. And I know I ain't seen her in 4 years. So why am I going and entertain another woman? When I know, man, I could be tempted just like that. So why would I put myself in that position? See, that's an automatic. You know, no. Thank you, I appreciate it. But no. Now we can't have lunch. We can't hang out. No, we can't. Ain't no sense in me putting my, cause it's too, man, I done got too much pussy like that. Just hanging out. And them habits, see, this is another thing. I don't care how saved you are. Them old habits you had before you got saved, shit, they lurking. They lurking around the corner, trying to see when they can jump back on you. They lurking. And some of y'all fall victim. Quit drinking, man. I mean, sober for years. Oh, I'm just gonna have a little one. Now you back, you done backslid, you bit worse off than you was before, cause you couldn't handle it. That temptation was lurking. Temptation is always lurking around you, always lurking, and you got to have some discipline, man, to say no. You can't blame nobody else. Blame yourself. You're the one that couldn't say no. You could have said no, and you didn't. You allowed it to happen. You know, I know some and these were friends of mine in church girls. You know, they be celibate for a long time, and then they start getting into. I know she ain't. I know my wife. I don't have to worry about that. I know my wife. I know my wife. Told you, man, that's my best kept secret. That's my best kept secret. My wife is my best kept secret, buddy. I get that girl by my side, we dangerous. Simple as that. We dangerous. Because we're going to do some things. All right? And see, and see, and see, man, you have to be what you want to see. Let me say that again. You have to be what you want to see. What do you mean, true conductor? Man, if you want somebody faithful, you got to learn how to be faithful so you can learn the characteristics. See, a lot of people want faithfulness and don't know the characteristics, don't know what it takes to be faithful. Okay? So you, like I told you, listen, man, if I get some kind of success, first woman getting some of this dick that's debt free is my wife. Why would I go screw another woman when I can let my wife enjoy being I'm talking about debt free. I can go anywhere I want in the world, private. Anytime I want, private. That's debt free. That's debt free. When you can go anywhere in the world you want to and ain't got to worry about nothing. That's debt free. And a whole lot of people ain't had no debt free sex. I'm talking about where they got money on top of money on top of money. A lot of folk ain't had that experience. So why would I go and share that with somebody else, some stranger that I don't even know? And I got a wife. How come I can't share that with her? How come she can't be the first one? That's how I look at it. Let her be the first one. Rest up, get in line. But for now, she got number one. that's just, the way it is. And if you can't respect that, you can't respect me. Last thing I need, man, is some broad coming up to me throwing me her panties. Man, take that shit. Take that shit on with you. I don't need that. If that's what I want, man, I told you I ain't seen my wife in 4 I could be fucking on both legs right now. She wouldn't know. She wouldn't know. But you gotta have some discipline, man. You gotta sacrifice. You at least got to try. Now, if you fall on your face, fine. But at least try to do the right thing. Try. Well, and that's, listen, here's how you know if a man got discipline or not. When a man see a beautiful, fine woman walking toward him, see a disciplined man is gonna let that woman walk on by and not look over his shoulder. See, a disciplined man ain't gonna do that. That's how you. For any time you see you walking down the street and you see a dude doing this here to a woman, he ain't got no discipline. Anything could distract him. Anything can distract him. Cause he ain't got no discipline. Discipline man, let that shit go. Discipline man ain't looking back. A discipline man gonna keep his eyes forward and watch where he going. Cause while he looking back at her, he could trip over some shit. Looking back. Okay? But see, a disciplined man gonna keep his eyes in front of him. Watch where he going. Yeah, a crash into something. Looking back at a big ass. They can't even balance a checkbook. And most of these women now, shit, all they got going for them is a pretty face and a big ass. That's it. And they think that's supposed to be sufficient. A pretty face and a big ass, and they can't even balance a checkbook. Can't balance a checkbook. But they can spend the hell out of some money, but they can't grow none. You see? They ain't about trying to grow none or watch over some. They can't do that. All they do is consume and enjoy and expect you to be happy with that. Man, I'm looking for somebody that can look after my money and tell me, hey, this what you're doing. That's what I want. I don't need I got a pretty face. I got a pretty face. So pretty faces don't faze me. And fine body don't either. Because at this age, shit, I ain't trying to start over. Hell, I'm 70 years old. What I look like trying to start over with some shit? I should have been in my 30s and 40s starting over. Mm-mm. Take what you got, man, and run with it. Take what you got and run with it. Respect what you got. Appreciate what you got. And you can keep it. When you start appreciating it better, it's hotties everywhere. It's hotties everywhere. if that's what you're looking for. That ain't hard to find. And see, let me tell y'all something. This ain't the 60s and the 70s when shit was easy and it was safe. See, that easy stuff that you running across right now, it kill you. It'll kill you or get you killed. So y'all better be careful about all these people that's an easy hookup. And this is one of the other things that's keeping us divided. Cause you got these people out here that's being easy hookups with STDs, and they don't give a damn about nobody, cause they messed up, and they trying to mess up as many people as they possibly can. Now that's fact. That's fact. All right. Stop being afraid. Trust your intuition. Trust it. That's the only way you're going to start learning to listen to that voice. Because you got to start trusting it sooner or later. And if you trust it enough, you'll recognize it. Because you'll start following it. And things will start happening. All right? All right, man. I'm going to get me a good night's sleep. Man, thank y'all. Okay? And I'll see you later.